Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I thought that I would share with you my favorite drugstore products from 2023. If you'd like to know what I loved this year, then just keep watching. Here's a little sneak peek of what is coming. Any guesses? All right, so most of my favorite drugstore products I was able to locate, but there were a few that I cannot find, and I don't know if they're in my travel bag, in my purse. Not quite sure. Okay, let's start off with SPF. It would probably be the Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Defense SPF Moisturizer. I don't have it right now because I'm trying some other ones that happen to be high end, and I've run through, I think, 2 bottles this year of the Neutrogena ones. That would probably be my favorite facial SPF. Let's go in with skincare. Favorite eye product for the year is the L'Oreal Revitalift 2.5 hyaluronic acid and caffeine serum. I'm almost out. I use this just about every night before bed and sometimes in the morning as well, and I actually feel the effects of this. I can feel my eyelids tightening and underneath the eyes look great in the morning, so I highly recommend. And it does have like a roller ball. The only thing that's kind of gross about this is that the once clear product does become a little bit tinted after use, but I'm the only one using it, so I'm okay with that. But this is definitely a favorite. And check out the nails. A moisturizer also by L'Oreal. It was a good year for L'Oreal, even though I don't think this came out this year. It's something I discovered this year, and I'm about halfway through. This is the Hydra Genius Oily Skin Moisturizer, and this sinks in almost instantly for my skin, so this is fantastic for those mornings that I'm in a rush and I don't have time to let a heavy moisturizer sink in. This sinks in so fast, and then I can move on with the rest of my skincare and my makeup. So I think this is fantastic. An oil that I recently added into my routine probably about 4 or 5 months ago is this one from Derma E. It's the Anti-Wrinkle Treatment Oil. Normally I'm not an oil gal, but I've been mixing this in with I think it's my retinol product. It's one of the Sunday Riley ones. I mix this in with that. Together I make like a concoction and put it on my face and then follow with a moisturizer before bed. This doesn't break me out. It smells fantastic, and it's one of the few oils that I feel like my skin actually appreciates. So big fan of this one. For primers, I had 3, and it's because there were certain purposes for each. First off, the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer. This is the one silicone-free primer that does it all. It really does like smooth and fill in pores and everything, but I don't use it every day. If I want something to help with acne breakouts, I use the Body Shop Tea Tree Pore Minimizing Primer. This has tea tree oil in it, so it fights like the bacteria on your face that causes acne. I feel like it helps when I'm having a breakout, which was recently, so I've been using this one a lot. This has been a favorite for years. And if I feel like my skin is looking like patchy or blotchy, I will go in with the L'Oreal Age Perfect Blurring Face Primer. So this has skincare in it. It's also like a pinky base to kind of even out the skin on those days that it's just not looking the best. So 3 primers this year. What can I say? They all do something different. Color correctors. These should be no surprise to any of you. Neutrogena color corrector in peach. Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in, I think it used to say brighten, now I think it says illuminator. And of course the LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer in white. I use this to mix in with my concealers and also with these if they're a little too dark one day. I use these almost every single day. Fantastic, highly recommend. Concealers, I feel like I've bounced back and forth between a handful of concealers, but I almost always go back to the CoverGirl Outlast Extreme Wear Concealer. This is just fantastic. It covers everything from an active breakout to redness on the face, to under eye circles, to veinage. No complaints with this one, but one that I discovered this year that I like for lighter, more glowy days is the Physicians Formula Butter Glow Concealer. This one doesn't set down on its own for me, but it is a really beautiful, hydrating, smoothing product, especially for under the eyes. So these would be the favorites for 2023. When it comes to powder, I don't think I was reaching for any loose powders from the drugstore. I'm just looking at my powder collection. They're all high end. But when it comes to pressed powders, I was reaching for this one from Wet n Wild over and over and over and over. And you can see it has a pretty significant dent in it, and I'm probably gonna have to repurchase soon. This is the Wet n Wild 5-in-1 Essence Primer and Finishing Powder. While I don't think this is a priming powder, this is an amazing pore filling, smoothing finishing powder. I think it's fantastic. I don't apply it with a puff, just with a brush for the areas that I really need to like smooth out or mattify. It works so well, and I think it was like $4 there. Glow powder, again, should not be a surprise. This one's from Physicians Formula. This is the Butter Glow pressed powder in the shade Translucent. There is a deeper one. You can see I've already hit pan on this. It is beautiful. I will dust this all over the face as a final step. Or if I want like a very light highlighter, I will just go in with this along the high points of the face. It is beautiful. Highly recommend. Okay, as far as highlight, I did not have a drugstore highlight favorite. I really wasn't that into highlighting this year. I prefer more glow powders than highlighting. So I had no favorite in the highlight category or in the powder blush category. It was not a year for drugstore powder blushes. So I had no faves. Cream blushes. As always, this guy, which I'm sure is discontinued because I can't find it anywhere, the Neutrogena Cheeky Wink Flushed Blush. I love this one. You can see I've hit pan. I think this is my second or third blush. I am just obsessed with this shade, but you guys will find out soon. I think I found a dupe that is still in stock, so next year we might have a different favorite than this guy, but this is still beautiful. It's one of my favorite shades. But when it comes to cream blushes, I honestly loved the ones from She Glam. Never sponsored. I was never paid to try them. I bought these myself. I really do think that the shades are beautiful. The packaging is adorable. The formulation is so easy to use. My two favorite this year are probably more of the like neutrally leaning ones. I really enjoyed Birthday Suit and Hush Hush. Fantastic and so affordable. Powder bronzers. I could not find them and I don't know where they are. They might just be hidden somewhere in my everyday makeup table because it's like layered 3 or 4 palettes deep at this point. But my favorite powder bronzer was the Essence Sun Glow, the lighter one. It had like the rainbows and the sun, and it was like brown and like blush shades. I love that one. It gave me a gorgeous summer glow. And if I was looking for a powdered contour, it would be the Milani Silky Matte bronzer in the shade Light. It had a beautiful cool undertone. I love that one for contouring this year. But if I was looking for a cream contour or cream bronzer, I kept going back to the She Glam ones. They're just so good. This one's Tawny Amber. This is the one that I would use if I want like a hint of warmth to my bronze. Beautiful. They also have like a super ashy one for contouring, which I didn't use as often, but again, great formula and great price. Favorite setting spray is actually this one. This is the L'Oreal Lumi Shake and Glow Dewy Mist. I would use this sparingly, but what I would do is if I'm using like a pressed powder or a loose powder all over my face, I would fully powder to lock everything in, and then I would use this to add some glow back in selected places, and then I would use that Wet n Wild powder just in the T-zone to kind of mattify again. So it kind of locked everything in but still gave me this beautiful glow. So this is fantastic and it's almost out. Brows, I had an old favorite, this guy from NYX. It's the Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen. This is still one of the best brow pens I've found. It works over makeup, under makeup. It doesn't move, doesn't smudge. It's fantastic. If you're looking for a pencil, I recommend this one from Physicians Formula. It's the Eye Booster Slim Brow Pencil. It's super, super slim. It works so well at drawing in brow hairs. So I would use a combination of these two if I want like a softer line and a harsher line for realistic looking hair strokes. And then to lock it in place, something new this year, this is the Physicians Formula Butter Brazilian Brow Lift Brow Gel. Long name, long wear time, great product. Mascara, I had two favorites this year. These two. This one I'm still raving about, still using. Same with this one. This is the Maybelline The Falsies Surreal Mascara. Fantastic, fluffy wand, can't say enough. And then the CoverGirl Cleantopia one. And they recently came out with like an ultramarine blue one, which I'm very curious to try. But these are great. I'm actually wearing this one on my lashes today. I love the effect. So these are fantastic. Highly recommend. Moving on to lips, line that I discovered this year. I had some qualms with the naming convention, but the product itself was really, really good. It's the CoverGirl Simply Ageless Lip Flip Liner. And I think my favorite was 130 Darling Mocha, which sounds like it would be brown, right? But it's definitely like a rose color, and I really enjoy this. So I think that that's a beautiful shade. I also really like Effortless Nude. which is right here, which really isn't a nude, it's more of a mauve. So I have issues with the naming of the liners, but the formula is fantastic, and I reached for these a lot this year. And then if I wanted something cooler, the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in Cool BFF was one that I went for a lot. So I kind of had like a brown, like more of a warmy pink and more of a cool tone pink, and these are three that I reached for a ton. Lipstick, I did not have a favorite drugstore lipstick this year. I have like my collection back here that I reach for from time to time. Other than the CoverGirl Simply Ageless lipsticks, I don't think I reached for any drugstore lipsticks at all this year. So I really didn't feel like I needed to include one this year. Lip gloss. Had some favorites. The one that I tried in the mystery box, this is the ColourPop Luxe Gloss, and this one's in the shade Eclectic. This one's really nice. I will show you. And it has like a nice creamsicle scent. I just thought this was like a nice nude, goes with everything gloss. And then the Physicians Formula Diamond Plumper Mineral Wear. I like this one. I like this shade as well. They're slightly tingly, but just like a nice, smoothing, slightly plumping gloss. I just think it's beautiful packaging, beautiful formula. So I've been loving both of these. For shadows, I would have to say these quads from CoverGirl definitely stand out as fantastic launches for 2023. I would say that the quality of these rivals some high-end shadows. These are fantastic. I mean, are there some combinations of shades that I wish were in a 4-pan palette versus some that I received? Yes, like I feel like in here there needs to be something lighter, but still I mix and match the shades from these palettes and they are so phenomenal and super affordable. I didn't tell you what they are. They're the CoverGirl Clean Color, Clean Fresh Shadow Quads. There's a lot of different options and they're fantastic. But also this guy from Ace Beauté, which I believe is drugstore pricing. I'm not entirely sure. This is the Falling For You palette. I think this one's just so stunning. I especially love to wear these two shades together, or I will wear the dark red as a liner, or sometimes I will wear the green all over the lid with like one of the burgundy purpley shades. Just really, really flattering. I don't think I ever really reached for this like orangey red, but the other shades are so beautiful, especially on like green gray eyes. So pretty. I didn't have a drugstore lash primer. I did have a drugstore nail, which is what's on top of my Color Street strips right now, which is the Essie Express line. I have this top coat on my nails right now. So underneath is Color Street nail strips and French tip nail strips from Color Street. On top, I have this Essie Express top coat. This one is the Faux Real FX top coat, shade number 907. And I just think it adds a beautiful sparkle, and they're fast drying and they're gorgeous and they're about $10 a bottle. I've gotten my grandmother hooked on them, as well as I might have mentioned previously. I love them. A lip mask that I've been loving this year, which is way more affordable than some of the super high-end ones. It's this little guy from I Do Care. It is the I Do Care Plush Party lip mask. I use mine at nighttime when I go to bed, but sometimes if I just want like a hint of pink on the lips and something, just a little bit of gloss, I will wear it during the day. I had it on the beginning of the video before I put on the ColourPop lip gloss. It is fantastic. On to some odds and ends. My favorite under eye gels have to be these from Winky Lux. I've gotten my sister hooked on them. These are the hydrogel eye patches. They have like the holographic stars and sparkles in them. I mean, I would show you, but then I'm worried all the liquid is going to come out, like has happened in the past, but here they are. I've used a significant amount of them. These are the only under eye patches that I found that do not mess up my makeup afterward. So these are, can I think of a different word than fantastic? These are fabulous. Did I completely skip over foundation? I think I did. Sorry, guys. So shouldn't be a surprise to anybody, but my favorite foundations are these two from the drugstore in 2023. I've loved the L'Oreal Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Serum product for years. It's still a go-to. I think this is my second or third bottle I've gone through this year. And a newer one this year is the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Skin Tint. This one's a bit shimmerier than this one, but if I know I'm going to be like powdering, I'll use this one. I feel like they have a similar staying time, similar pigment. There's just something about the finish of this one that I prefer ever so slightly, but I've definitely been going back and forth between the two of these pretty much since this one launched. So That says a lot. A semi-recent discovery, but something I'm already obsessed with, are these forehead patches from Pacifica. These are their Disney ones. They're still available at Ulta as of when I'm filming this, and these are like $8 or $9 for just one. I think the regular blue patches are like $15 regularly. I'm not sure why the Disney one is so much less. Normally it would be more for a big name to be on something. This is what it looks like. I will do all of my skincare products at night. Wait a couple minutes, brush my teeth, change into my pajamas, and then once my skincare has mostly sunk in, you take it off, stick it on the forehead like this. Press it on so that it is securely attached, and then go to bed. And I wake up with super smooth forehead, no lines, because it basically stops your forehead from moving all night. And then I'll sleep with an eye mask over top just so it's not tempted to go anywhere. I'm seeing results. I am not raising my eyebrows nearly as much as I used to, and therefore the lines that are here that I thought were genetic are starting to diminish slightly. Now you have to use it over and over because you're training your muscles to rest and not to be moving at night when you're sleeping. So I already purchased 2 others of these because I've used this for probably 2 weeks straight, and the sticky material is becoming slightly less sticky even though I'm cleaning it every night and letting it air dry. So I would be curious to know if you guys have any suggestions of other products that work that are affordable. I am aware of the Frownies patches, but I've never tried them. So if you have, let me know down below, because this does seem to be working and I cannot continue to pay for Botox. Did it once, saw the results, but cannot continue to pay for that. So I'm hoping that training my muscles to not continually lift my brows up by using these at night will do the trick. Hair product. This braided headband from CVS. I wish I could find another one just like it, but I cannot. I use it all the time. So again, if you guys know where I can find a thin, realistic looking braid headband, let me know. Who remembers this guy? Sun-In. So this year I've gotten my hair colored professionally probably 3 times. The first time it was like an auburn shade and it was a little too red for me. The second time it was a cool brown with highlights. And then the third time was just redoing the highlights. And color does not last in my hair. I don't know what it is. It was gone within a week. And there's no sign of highlights anywhere in my hair, and they were done in August, I would say, September. So they should not have gone anywhere, but it just doesn't last. I don't know what it is. So my roots are slightly darker and slightly cooler than my hair color is. So I've been using Sun-In, and I would just apply it at the roots like once a week when I'm drying my hair. And it just helps to kind of fade the roots as they grow into the hair color that I already have. So it's been working for me, and I think this is like $4 or $5 a bottle. So using this in conjunction with like leave-in conditioners and hair masks to keep my hair healthy, that's been doing the trick. A dry shampoo that I swear by. This is the I Do Care Tap Secret Mattifying Dry Shampoo Powder. This is the only dry shampoo powder that I can put in at night and I wake up and my hair looks cleaner than it did on like a shower day. So I am super impressed. The only thing I don't like is that you don't get much. I've tried other dry shampoo powders, dry shampoo sprays. None of them work like this one. I don't know what kind of magic is in here, but it works. Lashes that I discovered this year and are so easy to use are the Impress Press-On Falsies, and I have the lash extension, natural lash extension. You literally press them on and go, and I love using them at the outer corners when my lash serum is not working or when my lashes have just gone through like a shedding cycle. These are so easy, so fast, and very realistic looking, so I highly recommend. Some tools I've been loving this year are these little finger puffs. You just put them on a finger and you can do your concealer. Here's the one that I've been using. Little finger puff, great for under eyes, around the nose. I just think these are really great. And I think I got like this 4-pack on Amazon for like $6 or $7, so very affordable. I've seen them at like TJ Maxx and Marshall's. This brush from Real Techniques, it's the Hazy Finished Powder Brush. I love this because it doesn't apply too much and it just like glides over the face and it's soft. I don't know, there's something about this. I will use it for powder. I will use it for a glowy powder. I will use it for bronzer. It's great. And I think it's from the I Need a Nude collection, which is why it has like that kind of like frosted nude handle. A skincare product that I no longer have because I've run through it is the Neutrogena Hydro Gel City Shield Mist. It was like a spray gel lotion. I loved the bottle and the product. I just don't have it anymore, and I don't know if they make it anymore. So I'm sorry if they don't, but it's a really convenient way to moisturize. A scent that I discovered this year and I've been enjoying a lot is the Victoria's Secret Bombshell Isle. I know Victoria's Secret scents was like a high school thing, but this one smells so good. It's a little bit floral, a little bit coconutty, so it's like a summer scent. That's pretty much when I wear it, but I really enjoy this. It isn't too much in the sunscreeny summer beachy scent, and it isn't too floral. It's like somewhere in the middle. I just find it to be very refreshing. And finally, the last thing that I discovered this year, Native deodorant. Again, not sponsored, never paid to try it. I paid for it myself, tried it on my own. I personally really love the eucalyptus and mint scent the best. Right now I'm using vanilla and sandalwood, which is fine. I don't really smell it on me. I smell the mint one more when I wear that one. But someone just told me there was a cherry and vanilla limited edition scent, which I think I would love. So if I can get my hands on that one, I do plan to try it. But I think this works really well. I would say that if I apply it around 7:30 in the morning, it works for me until about 2:30 in the afternoon. And then I would have to reapply, which is fine. I feel like my normal deodorants would probably make it till maybe 3 or 4. Not a big difference. So this is a really good deodorant, so I can see why so many people are raving about it. So that is it for my 2023 drugstore favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below if you agree with any of my favorites, or let me know what your favorites have been. I'd love to try them. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.